I'm Judge Dwayne Woodruff from Allegheny County, Pennsylvania. After my doing my 12 years with the Pittsburgh Steelers, also went to law school at night. When I graduated, I started my practice. I've been in private practice for 17 years. Thereafter, in 2005, I was elected to the bench. I was the #1 vote getter, winning on both the Democratic and the Republican side as well. I practiced previously to that in regard to the plaintiff as well as defense practice as well. I've been appointed by our Supreme Court to serve on a number of statewide committees as well, the Rules Committee, as well as the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania Interbranch Commission, dealing with the Lucerne County Cash for Kids as well. I am also the only candidate that could truly make our Supreme Court diverse, more inclusive, more reflective of the constituents that it serves. Again, I'm Judge Dwayne Woodruff, your candidate for Pennsylvania Supreme Court.
All right, thank you all.
As I indicated, I was also appointed to serve on the Pennsylvania Intervention Commission for Juvenile Justice, dealing with the Lucerne County incident, the so-called Cash for Kids. We have a number of judges there that have gone astray of the law as well. Our charge was to find out what happened, how it happened, and make sure it doesn't happen anyplace else in the Commonwealth as well. Judges should be held to a higher standard. We are representing all the people as well. Those two judges are currently still serving time in the penitentiary as well. One of the things that I bring to the table is my life is an open book. My daughter says, you put my name in that little box and you hit enter on your smartphone and computer, you're going to get all kinds of information. I invite you to do that. There's nothing that you're going to find out or read about me that I'm embarrassed about or ashamed about. I believe I bring that integrity and character to the bench that we all deserve. Well, obviously pro bono work is a big issue, particularly for those that are economically challenged as well. But right now, the biggest issue that I see in regard to the Supreme Court is the ruling in regard to juveniles that are being adopted, whether they have a GAL representing them or whether they have an attorney representing their legal interests. Right now, there's a little cloud in regard to which attorney is, or do you have both attorneys? Normally, during the dependency matter, you have a GAL represents both the best interest and the legal interest. But during the adoption, there is a difference between the Adoption Act as well as the Juvenile Act. So that needs to be clarified. The justices that ruled on that, really didn't clarify exactly, how that's going to proceed. So judges on the Court of Common Pleas level, which I am now, have a decision which way they want to proceed on that particular matter. But different judges can do different things.
Out of time for that.
Again, I'm Judge Dwayne Woodruff. Being a justice requires a lot of hard work. I think I would distribute that and understand that in regard to attending law school while still being employed full-time as well. I served statewide on a number of committees. The Rules Committee, we actually make rules for judges to follow. I'm on the National Council of Juvenile and Family Court Judges. We train judges, not just here in the Commonwealth, but also globally as well. We have heard a lot today in regard to education. Again, I was on part of that leadership team to recommend education for judges throughout the Commonwealth. I started that in Allegheny County 6 years ago. This year, for the very first time, judges are required to have a mandatory judicial education. Well, we've been doing that in Allegheny County for 6 years. I think it's important to have a leader on our Supreme Court, someone that understands diversity as well and has the backbone to stand up for people's rights.